Yeah.
Yeah, the big one. Yeah.
All right, 6 minutes on the clock.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Chris, and this is my beautiful wife, Sarah, up front, and we are from Bennett Motorsports Support. And we teach people how to race cars using Corvettes on road courses across America. So let me have a couple alibis to start. I know this isn't a pitch. It's just kind of my vibe. So I'm going to assign Bob right here as my pitch police. Raise your hand if I start to make this a pitch. All right. So let's get started. My story is I had two dreams when I was a kid, and an article in a newspaper in 1988 that was doing a feature on my dad and his racing team captured me with two major goals. I wanted to fly airplanes and I wanted to race cars. I was 13. So for those of you doing the quick math, I'm now 36. New age math, right? Okay, so I've accomplished both of those dreams. I flew airplanes for the Air Force. I retired in 2015. I was also an accomplished NHRA professional nitro funny car driver. I've raced all over the country. I've raced in Canada. I've been all over the place. I raced overseas in England with front engine dragsters. I'm also a very accomplished road race driver. I've driven a jet funny car. So I've done all of those things, and it was great. It was an amazing life. Like I said, I retired from the Air Force in 2015. So my flying career, I went and got a professional job, corporate America, great. That was awesome. My racing career, I continued on, and I quit racing a few years ago. That was probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life. I found myself in a very dark place, and it was a very hard time. And I'm going to plug my buddy AJ over here and his business that he talked about more. I needed to do something. I needed to go. And what I didn't realize is I was at a pivotal point in my life. It was the next chapter. How do I pay it forward? What is the next thing? I've done my racing part. I've done my flying part. How do I help others accomplish their dreams of racing cars? And so that's where this was born from, was Bennett Motorsports Support. Show up, drive, learn to race. We meet you where you are. You've never done it before, to all the way, I want to be an IMSA racer tomorrow. We make it happen for you. All right. Bob has not raised his hand, so it's not a pitch yet, according to him. All right. So what is the problem? Track driving is obviously exciting. Raise your hand if you've ever thought or dreamt about being a race car driver or just want to get a look at that. All you folks, yeah, who doesn't want to go on a road course? But it's intimidating, right? Like, it's a lot to think. Like, can I take my Honda Accord out to a road course and go around it? The answer is yes, you can. But and you laugh, but you absolutely can. And I want to be that guy to tell you how you can do that and why you can do that, because there is that opportunity for you, and I want you to feel comfortable in doing that at whatever level that might be. And you'd be very surprised how easy it is. So what do you need to get out there? You don't need all of this stuff. Suitable car, prep, transport, safety gear. I mean, that definitely helps. And that's what we're eliminating, that barrier to entry for you. But you don't also have to have that as well. There are a lot of organizations that are adept to newcomers to help you get acclimated and comfortable in that, from starting at zero all the way to as far as you want to go. There's a lot to it. You got to get there, you got to load, you got to unload. You guys can read through all of that. So going from high performance driving experience to whatever your dreams may take you, that is a path and that is a journey. And it's not easy for everybody to do that. And that's why we formed Bennett Motorsports to Support, is to help you out with a lot of those things. So what do we provide? It is white glove concierge service. We give you everything. You show up to the track, you look like a branded professional race car driver on day one. Not now you're an IMSA driver and now you finally made it. No, you are on day one. You're in the paddock. You look like a pro, because we bring the pro to you. It's arrive and drive. We use Corvettes. Why Corvettes? Because they're awesome. Who doesn't love Corvettes? So a lot of our competitors use other cars like Miatas or whatever. Miatas are terrible. How many race cars don't have power? None of them. Corvettes are a visceral experience. The sound, the gears, everything about a Corvette is amazing. Bob's still not raising his hand, so we're doing okay. Okay, so trackside support. So you're leveraging 30 years of my racing experience. We are getting you the car there. All you do is just show up and we walk you through the entire process. Driver development, a lot of coaching. And I'm not just talking about how to do it in the car, how to go from first gear to second gear to third gear, how to use the clutch, how to hit the apex. Yes, of course, I'm going to teach all that to you, but I'm also teaching you the other things that I've learned through 30 years of doing this. Like, don't mortgage your house to buy a race car, right? don't quit racing, because if it's your passion in life, it's probably going to drive you to a dark place that you don't want to be. And it's really hard to get out of it, right? So those are types of life experiences that I can help others with. Also, for all the entrepreneurs in the room, my biggest lesson learned from racing cars is it has made me a huge entrepreneur. Why? Because racing cars is expensive. And if you want more money, you got to make more money. And if you need to make more money, you better figure out how to make the money. So for me, even though I spent the majority of my career in the military, I was an entrepreneur for all the way through, all the way up until I quit racing. Guess what I stopped doing? I stopped being an entrepreneur. Now I'm back to racing. Guess what I'm back to doing? Being an entrepreneur. All right, concierge support. So we help clients own and operate. You don't have to use my car. You don't have to. We can do all in-house stuff as well. So we are definitely there to help you. This is our current fleet. These cars do have names. Brian the car has a unique paint scheme because it was used as a cancer. For a bunch of kids with cancer, they decorated the top of the car and they did ride-alongs. This is our pricing. These two outside cars are both ours. They're branded completely. This car is kind of like an asset that we have that we can use as part of our team, but you can see all the pricing. So all in, you're looking at, for a full day, just 1 day experience, somewhere in the neighborhood of $3,000 to $3,500 for a day. And that sounds expensive, but I could run the numbers for you. And I'm telling you, it is not. If you've done racing and you want to do racing, you're going to need a lot more than that. And these are entry level pricing. And again, right now I am low because I'm on par with Miatas, and I shouldn't be. All right, so here's our advantage. You get 30 years of experience, aviation mindset, 20 years in the Air Force as maintenance and a pilot. We have everything. We are branded. We have a shop in Carolina Beach, and we have everything. So this is the areas that I am weak. I need customers that understand the cost versus value proposition. We have a lot of social media. I want people to know who I am. I put out a ton of content, but using that content in a way that gets it out there in a timely manner is a problem for me. Scalability, we are a very small shop. How do we scale into a bigger shop, and where do we get? And then I'll land here for a Q&A right on time.
Yeah.
Close? All right.
Round block.
All right, I see one hand up back there.
You have video, don't you?
That?
You have a video. Right?
We're gonna do that last because I ran out of time.
No, I mean, we can do it.
You want to do it now? All right.
Do it right here.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, short video.
Yeah, do the sound.
Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. Okay. We're gonna have to stop share, start share again.
This is how I will buy some of my time back too. So
You think about what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crank the volume too.
This is on day one with our client. First time in a bid car and previous karting experience. Starts the speed on at Charlotte Motor Speedway. End of the day, it's not starting here. Hold up to this by the end of the day. And he's in a run group with a lot of other amateurs. And a lot of rules that protect you as a beginner. Very safe. I promise you it's so safe. We're not going to do that, not in Charlotte. So you get the idea. All right, so question back here, yes, sir.
So great presentation. Thank you. Very exciting.
Thank you.
So I actually drove with a friend at the VIR.
Yes.
And we had his car. And I want to say bringing his stuff, getting it, we hauled it up on the hauler and all that kind of stuff. We were still paying $2,500 for the day to be able to go around and do that stuff. So you've got 3 cars, is Charlotte sort of your only track? Or are you carrying those cars to, somebody wanted to go to Las Vegas or Texas Motor Speedway or any place else? Are you actually taking your cars to that location and then training somebody for a day for $2,500, $3,500?
Not for that. It's dynamic pricing. So everything's individual quotes. So the first thing I do is I meet with the clients. Sorry if everybody can hear me. The first thing I do is an interview with the clients. Where do you go? What do you want to do? If you want to go to a SEMA event or like let's say an event in Vegas, we're going to tailor that specific to you, your goals, and what you want to accomplish. So the basic arrive and drive is there's about 7 tracks within 300 miles that we target around here in those events. That's based on that $2,500 model. And that's basic arrive and drive. That's just high performance driving experience. You're going to get in the car and you're going to go. Now you tell me, I want to go to Vegas and I want to win a time trial or a wheel to wheel race. That's a completely different dynamic pricing that I quote individually. So yes, it goes up considerably. Will I do it? Absolutely. I love it. I'm passionate about this. I'll take any car anywhere. You tell me what you want to do. I'll make it happen for you. Yes is the answer.
So I moved down here from Connecticut, and Lime Rock had Ferrari and Lamborghini racing days. It's like 10 years ago.
Yes.
It was 1,200 for 5 laps.
Yep.
How does your day compare to that?
So typically,
Tell me your day as far as what does 3,500 buy you for a full day?
so you get at least an hour's worth of driving experience. So instead of 5 laps, that is 10 minutes, right? Depending on Lime Rock, I'm not sure what lap times are, but you get a full hour plus, depending on the event. If it's SEC, NASA, full track day rental, whatever it might be, that could go up exponentially. I guarantee you'll be worn out before anything else, right? So you spend an hour on one of these cars, even if you're experienced, you're going to be a little worn out. So yes, to answer your question, you are getting a full day experience. I think we're over here and then I'll come back this way.
Tell me about your ideal customer profile. Is this somebody who's one and done, who's checking off the list, or are you targeting somebody who is more seriously going to approach this?
Kind of back to the last, yes is the answer.
Sure.
Because honestly, part of what I'm offering is my experience and my background and be able to tell you that, look, pickleball is more your speed. Right? So I want that for one and done is fine. Ultimately, though, my prime candidate is like Cody, that was in the video there. Young guy, has done karting, international karting, wants to be an IMSA driver. I want to get him there. I accomplished my dream in life. I'm at the stage of life that I want to help others get to their dream in life, and I want to be the one to get them there. I love that individual. Now, Cody's 29, I think, right? Can you do it at 50? Yes. Can you do it at 60? Yes. There are gentlemen drivers. I call them gentlemen, but it applies to women as well. It's not, a thing. So, yes, you can start at any age, and we can get you there if you have the basic skills. What are basic skills? You'd be surprised. Almost everybody can do it, but there are going to be some of those that, yes, you should probably do one and done, and let's go play pickleball now. That answer your question? Sure. Thank you. And thanks for that. That definitely, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
I'm thinking growth since you're an entrepreneur. So have you thought about where I go to most NASCAR races? I go to all of them a year. Daytona's next, 2 weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Richmond.
So, yeah, what?
Richmond this weekend.
Ooh, yeah, and then, so, missing Richmond, but anyway, so have you thought about going individually to each venue and talking to them as far as, because when you go to a race, they have day before, day of, day after.
Yep.
Things. Have you gone individually to each of them as far as like branching out for?
Briefly, we are less than 6 months into this concept, and we are already fully branded, set up. And if you come visit us in Carolina Beach, you'll see our shop. We've done a tremendous amount of work in 6 months. Yes, I've reached out via email. I have some contacts. I'm on all the groups for all the racetracks.
Yeah.
If somebody says we have an upcoming event this Thursday, I'm on there in their comments going,
Good.
hey, if you
Yeah.
need a car, come see us, right? Like
Yeah.
we are really working hard at this, but yeah, we're doing a lot of that. But again, it's my wife and I, and our son helps a little bit. And then we have friends that are helping us. But other than that, that's the scalability.
Yeah.
And then also, let me just say real quick, I'm also competing myself. So the yellow car is a full wheel-to-wheel race car, and I'm competing in that car myself for brand awareness. So I'm out there, podium, hopefully, right? That's the ideal. Car Performs will be one that other people want to rent. Yes.
So I'm gonna kind of jump into the business side, and I'm sure
Yes,
Dad
please.
will appreciate some of these questions. So you got a lot of questions up there about website and digital marketing.
Yep.
I kind of want to dive into that. Like, what is your website built on? What are you getting for the $450 a month you're paying for your website and digital marketing? Social media growth, how are you using your social media right now? How often are you posting? Are you using the advantage of groups that are out there for drivers and people looking to drive and stuff like that? I mean, can you go through your process a little bit for me on the business side of it, so I can try to give you some advice on those two questions that you have up there?
Yes, thank you for that. That's perfect segue. So I am paying $450 a month for a landing page. When we went into this agreement, and it is month to month with no written agreement, the idea was it would be a full fidelity solution of a booking page similar to Airbnb, VRBOs, et cetera, et cetera. That was the idea, like an outdoorsy and RV share we ran. That's what we wanted. I also wanted a full live calendar that I could adjust and modify easily based on events that I find and see. I haven't gotten there yet. I think we have great SEO. I think he's done a great job with that. I think we have great Google awareness. We already have some reviews. So there's a lot of goodness in it, and maybe we get there over time. I am looking to pivot away from that website developer for $450 a month. I don't want to be in that forever, but it was a good short-term solution to have a landing page for us to start to get out there. I think we've done a good job with
Is it a
that.
single page?
There's several tabs, but in my honest opinion, they are disorganized. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It doesn't flow, and it doesn't tell the story the way that I think it needs to be told in a way. And it doesn't, somebody was talking pricing. It doesn't explain the pricing model and the affordability of it versus the actual, it just says, whatever.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the booking thing, I've rethought, business, you develop, it molds. And I've rethought how I want to do that anyway. I don't want people blindly booking anyway. I want to do consultation calls and interviews. I want to know who my customer is. So that was really important. So I've kind of pivoted away from that a little bit, but I do want a really good calendar solution. Social media. So one of the things that I realized going into this business is if I was the person spending that kind of money to rent a car, I want to know who is my coach, who is the person renting a car. Other competitors are not doing that at all. So I'm obviously not shy. So getting in front of a camera is not a problem, to the point where I have way too much content, and most of everything we're posting is over a month old because we are posting 3-4 times a day, and I still can't get everything out. And I wouldn't say it's super quality just because we're amateurs at this, but it's getting better slowly as we get better at doing it. So that is one of the areas that we're working on, is trying to make I think our social media has the opportunity to be a full-time thing on its own. Like, I think we have enough content and that we could make that a channel. Hold on one second. We're going to go right here.
I'll tell you what I think, because let's say for my husband, I would be interested in that. Not for me. I drive like an 89-year-old. But what I can tell you that would be neat, that I think you would get some business with, would be to have, how like you go in, if you're going to buy a house or you're going to buy a car, you look at the car payment, the house payment, whatever, one of those calculators. Might be really cool if you could have some type of calculator that says going to buy this car and versus what I'm doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Even just somebody who's sitting and going, okay, well, I want to go buy a Corvette, and I currently have a great car, but now I want to buy a Corvette. How much you're going to spend to go buy that Corvette versus I just want that experience. And a lot of times you don't really want to own that Corvette. You just want to go have a good time. You want to drive the Corvette. You saw one in traffic. It looks amazing. And it just looks like, I almost fell in that trap. And I think I'm pretty intelligent. So I think that would have spoken to me if somehow when I was looking to buy something like that, if that would have come up. I would have been like, I can math. That's a lot smarter.
I like that. Thank you. And we are taking notes. So I appreciate all of this. Thank you.
I have a one-liner, $450 a month. Your landing page should not be discombobulated.
Agreed. Thank you.
So listen, I'm not looking with the latter spot. We would love to have your listing. It will do everything you mentioned.
Okay.
It will take your list, productize it, put offers, and we have an AI CMO now.
Okay.
That's all the stuff. But that's not the point. The point is, one of the best team building with companies and corporate is go-kart racings and stuff like that. So yours is probably a
Upgrade to that.
upgrade to that. And I would approach it by getting leads for corporates, mid-sized companies, and just,
Absolutely.
I
would love to do team building.
Yeah.
I would like to do, I'm a veteran. I'd love to do veterans events. I mean, We can go to the moon on this thing, honestly, and we're just getting
And
started.
you don't have to have too many cars. The
Right.
class is for everybody, but then everybody that take turns.
Right. So we gotta be a little bit careful with that, and I can explain in more detail. A lot of questions, so I appreciate that, but let's chat, yeah.
You just kind of touched on something. Originally, it sounded like it was a one-to-one only model. Sounds like you've got kind of designs or an idea that you want to do some one-to-many.
I could,
Which,
not preferred.
okay. It's because it's a very different business model that allows you to scale a little bit better than this model. But if your preference and the kind of the satisfaction for you is that one-on-one and maybe that higher end driver, you know, I would pick and decide, do I even want to explore or get into that space? Because it's very different and is going to take a lot of, you know, different things to make that type of business.
It does, and it's liability and insurance for us at that point too, so, yes.
So one of the things you said is you want to be able to step away from the business and not, it just solely depend on you. So that means that if you're going to scale this, you're going to have other individuals like you that can do the training and the one-on-one.
Yes.
What are you doing to find those individuals that could grow the company with you, that could be part of this system?
I've been racing with them for 30 years. They're on the ready. So great question. I appreciate that very much. But and again, I need to pick the right people for that understand and my brand and my passion. I have a full-time job. I'm an Air Force contractor. This is what I want to do full-time, and I can manage it, a lot of it. Being at a race track and doing this full-time is my dream, right? The next dream. Yes.
Yeah, there are a lot of successful business when it comes to kids racing,
Mhm.
4 years and old. They seem to make more money.
Okay.
So I was thinking, if you have a ride along with your dad on a Father's Day or something like that, how old the child needs to be to kind of make sure, you know, you.
Yeah. Got it. Yes, thanks. And I know we're running out of time, so I'm trying to rush a little bit. It depends on the event. So we leverage existing events, SCCA, NASA, Grid Life, Chen, whatever. Those are the events that we take clients to. They're also open track days, so it really depends on their liability and their policies for that day. We have a 14-year-old son who started racing go-karts since he was 7. He's already driven the C5, the black Corvette, on the road course by him with me in the car.
Okay.
On a road course. So there is opportunity for those kinds of things. He's been in the car with me since he was 5.
Okay, so when you take a
6.
4-year-old, it was my
Yes.
next. Yeah.
Yeah, so absolutely. Yeah, I'm just going.
It's 2 parts.
Yes.
So do you offer gift cards?
Yes.
Okay, good. And then the second one.
You pay me and you get the gift.
Yeah.
Tell me the name.
So this is kind of, do you partner like with themed, like event weekend, like coordinators, like, you know, they have a theme weekend, like Corvette week and that kind of stuff? Because that's a pretty big thing where I used to come from, and now so hundreds of people come with their Corvettes, and that would be really good to partner up with those event coordinators.
Yeah, not yet. Great idea. But what I do, I go on social media and I look for those types of things, and then I am on there blasting their page and telling everyone. All right, in the back, because I'm.
2 questions.
Yes.
Do you know what it would take for you to become profitable? Do you already have all of that?
Yes, I'm profitable today.
Oh, congratulations.
Not to the point that I can quit my full-time job, but I don't need the business to perform.
Okay.
We are in a place that we are not leveraged and we are comfortable. This could be my hobby and I'll just be good. I don't think it will be. I think we've really latched on to something that has a lot of room. There's so much we can do with this, and I think it's going to take off. And the fact that we're passionate about it, I think makes a big difference.
What about memberships? Have you thought about?
Yes, I mean, to the point of, if you tell me I want to do a full year, we're going to work a membership deal. So I'm going to tell you, 40,000 up front, and these are the events we're going to hit, and you get priority. That's part of our in-house kind of client concierge. As well as, like, if you want to, I don't like Corvettes, I like BMWs. Cool. Bring in your car. I'll charge you a monthly fee. I'll make sure it's ready for the event. You just show up and drive your own car. If it breaks, I'm going to tell you what needs to be done to fix it. So we do that as well. Yes.
Are you offering as maybe another channel, any of the performance dealers, if they have a buyer coming in that, because most of the new
Mhm.
buyers of a high performance vehicle really should take a class. You offer that
I will.
through the dealers.
No, not yet. And that is part of us getting in front of the right clients and getting people to know that we're out there and we're sustainable, we're long-term, right? We're building bridges.
Yeah,
So-
they might be lead generators for you.
They could, yes, and I that's a great idea, but it's getting in front of the right people, right? I can't just walk up to a sales guy and be like, hey.
Yeah, you can,
Start
because the
telling me.
sales guy is gonna use that to try to push the vehicle.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, that's, and again, we're
using
small.
somebody out west now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, and so a lot of times if you buy, like, my wife bought a brand new Bronco, they offer an off-road course, we went to that. You buy a brand new Corvette, you can do it, but if you're buying used, those same advantages don't exist for you, but yeah, that's a fantastic idea. I think we're trying, I'm alibiing, right? Like, we're trying to do so much so fast. I'm overwhelmed. I am incredibly overwhelmed with trying to manage everything. I want to do all of that, and we'll take down that note. It's just getting there, because right now we are in a good position. I'm not leveraged. I'm not in a bad place. If we scale too quickly, then I'll put myself in a bad
Yeah,
position.
it's just things like that extend your sales force without you having to hire anybody.
Fair. I love it. Thank you.
We're gonna end it there. You're already in the audience over there.
Yeah.